Hey, good morning. So I was thinking, it's like, what are the 3 steps somebody needs to do to lose 55 pounds in 1 month? Yeah. Make an appointment with the doctor and get some liposuction. Anyway, no. Let's be real. A lot of these videos you see lose 20, 30 pounds in a month. The only way that if you're just starting out, that you're going to drop an excessive amount of poundage like that is by doing 3 things. And that will be only if you're new at trying to lose weight. Now, some of it will be fat, some of it will be your water if you're retaining too much water. But realistically, give yourself 3 months of doing these 3 things, and you will drop serious pounds. I'm talking 40 pounds or more. Um, well, I can't say will because I don't know you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fitness guru. So don't take my word for these. Do your research. Research. I'll tell you what I did and about my weight loss journey and my journey to get in better health. Okay? Hi, I'm Dave. I take you guys on these walks with me as I talk about things um, and, and try to get my health better, even though I'm a little bit disabled. I walk with a cane and stuff. So if I can lose this poundage, I've lost 55 pounds plus in the past 6 months, 5.5 months, almost 6 months. So, and that's barely doing it. I'm talking chair yoga and walking. All right. But these 3 steps, and I've got a bonus one at the end that I might share, will get you to drop serious poundage. Again, I keep saying will. It got me to drop serious poundage. I don't know you. I don't know if you can stick to this. For me, it was kind of an easy thing. The first thing is get your food right. All these gurus that says calories in, calorie out. You have to go into a calorie deficit, and then it doesn't matter the calories that you eat as long as you're in a calorie deficit. BS. That's just fudge, a whole bunch of fudge. Because if you're just eating donuts for your calories in with no nutrient value, or if you're just eating a lot of fibers, vegetables, and stuff, well, yeah, you're gonna lose weight because you're starving your body, but you're also gonna lose the wrong weight, muscle mass, and everything else. Here's what I did. I got a wake-up call in September of last year. Found out I went in the emergency room for extreme back pain because of my messed up back. And my back was locking up. And I thought it might be kidney stones because I've had them too. Yeah, I'm just a mess, ain't I? And in the report, it said I had fatty liver and I had plaque building up in my arteries. I forget the technical term. So that kind of really pushed me over to do something, because my wife and I have a goal when our daughter goes off to university, is to slow travel the world. And so I need to get into some type of shape where I can walk a little bit better or more. So I was thinking about doing that, but this really pushed me off to start doing it. So I automatically started looking up ways to reduce plaque in the artery, how to get rid of fatty liver and everything. And the carnivore diet, I've been popped up more and more. I started doing more research on the carnivore diet when I saw that. And, I've heard about the carnivore diet for a few years. Dr. Jordan Peterson, his daughter, and him, they are on it. I think Joe Rogan was on it for a while. There's a lot of people that started getting on the carnivore diet. There's other people that have been on the diet for years. Dr. Chafee, Dr. Barry is on and off. He's keto and carnivore. And then a few other doctors. There's a doctor out in Australia, an American doctor that's been on there. So I started following him. I followed Kevin, I think, Kevin or Kenny over at Homestead Living or something channel. He's doing a documentary about the carnivore living and how it changed him. So I started following and watching content on here, and they weren't really talking about losing weight with the carnivore diet. That was like one of the side effects. But getting on the right diet, like they did. Now in carnivore diet, you don't count calories in, you don't count macros, calories out, none of that stuff. All you do is you eat just animal products, well, meat, until you're satiated. So I said, well, I love meat, I can do that. And what I did is between, this was September 9th when I was in the emergency room. So sometime between September and the end of October, I found out about it, started researching. I started the first week to 2 weeks, I cut out all bread. And then I started cutting out all sugars and carbs. I stopped eating rice, potatoes, all that. And then on October 21st, that's it. I stopped eating all vegetables, all fruits, and everything. And I kind of avoided what they call the keto flu by doing that. I kind of prepped myself to get in there. So number one is you need to eat right. You can go on a Mediterranean diet. You can go on a keto diet. Don't do any of those keto-friendly foods in boxes at stores. That's just marketing. But you have to go on that, or make it easy and do a carnivore diet. Now, carnivore is meat, eggs, and anything from an animal. That's carnivore. That's the way we were meant to eat. That's the way our bodies have adapted to, is a proper human diet, as a few of them say. I believe that, and that's what I am doing. I eat about 4 to 5 eggs in the morning, lightly scrambled, not super dry because that kills some of the nutrients. I put butter on my eggs, and then sometimes I'll have it with bacon, sausage, if I can get some clean sausage and some decent bacon, or I'll eat it with 1 or 2 beef patties that are 100% beef with no additives, no flavoring, nothing. It's, you look on the package, and the ones I get is actually from Walmart, of all places. A box of 32. It's 100% beef, no additives, and that's about at the time of the recording. I buy those at around $29 for 32. So it's a really good way to get the protein in, and stuff. And then I eat steak. I'll buy some chuck roast on sale. I use an app called Flip, and you can look it up. It'll give you like sales at grocery stores, and you put in your zip code and it'll tell you the supermarkets and grocery stores near you, and you can do a search for specific things like meat, and then it tells you the sales. So you can jump around and get the steaks and everything on sale, $5.99, $7.99, $8.99 a pound for ribeyes and stuff. I also go to Walmart, usually during the week. They will have the steaks that are right about the time that they need to sell it, and they put a yellow sticker on it, and a $20 steak chuck roast will be about 14 bucks, 12 bucks, 2 pounds and stuff. I bought a 3-pound, a little over 3-pound chuck roast, and I paid $18 for it. I got six 10-ounce steaks. I think that's 60 ounces. Roughly, I should have measured them, but I got 6 decent-sized steaks out of it. I cut it up and put them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer. So I eat those, and then I also will cook another 2 patties when I eat that. Now, what I like about the next tip I'm going to give you from going carnivore. With eating carnivore, I eat. I do 1 to 2 32-ounce protein shakes. Now, the protein powder I get is actually beef bone broth protein powder. I get it from one of 2 companies. It's a little on the expensive side, what I think is expensive, but it's really good, and I get a chocolate flavor. I know that's not carnivore, it's cocoa, organic cocoa powder, and monk fruit for the sweetener, because I was wondering, why is this so sweet? Does that mess me up? Apparently monk fruit is okay. It's not carnivore, so yeah, but that's all right. You can call me a hyper carnivore, not 100% carnivore, because I also drink coffee. But it's, what do we? If you're that, worried about it, and if you're the carnivore police, well, yeah, aren't you special? You don't over stress about that. Just get on it and do what you can. Don't get any of the sugars. That monk fruit, I had that once or twice, and the other thing will help balance that out. And I'll drink that. So I get my protein amount. I do a rough estimate. I don't count macros. So I have my butter for my fat. I cook in bacon grease when I have it. All animal grease. No seed oils. Eliminate all the seed oils in your life. You won't believe the stuff that canola oil is in. It's in that soft butter that people like so much. So only get, I get that Irish butter that's grass-fed, grass-finished. I either get it at Aldi's or I get it at Walmart, or so. It's just animal butter from cows. I have tried some goat butter. I like that too, from a local farmer. I picked some up. I'm not sure if that's sustainable because it is kind of expensive, at least for me and my goals. So get your diet right, get rid of all the seed oils and all that stuff. If you can do carnivore, I highly recommend it. To me, carnivore, they say, is the most restrictive, but I look at it as the easiest diet to do, because you get other benefits besides losing weight. I mean, I was dropping the pounds. Of course, you have a mixture of water, fat, and I unfortunately lost some muscle over the time. But it's just the easiest thing to do in my book, is go carnivore. All right. Now the benefits of that, also the side benefits, is that my blood pressure went down. Pretty much unless I take some supplement that might jack it up as a side effect. I don't take my blood pressure medicine anymore because my blood pressure stays around 117 over 76, roughly around that. So that's pretty good. Don't forget to hit that like button while you're doing that. Now, let's get on to the second one, because I have a tendency to ramble. And the second one is incorporating fasting in that. So I worked my way up. Now, most of us can get away with doing a 12-hour fast. That's where we stop at eating in the evening, and then we don't start until the later morning. Some people will call it a 16-8, 18-6, these different windows of eating. I just say, just when you're fasting, try to eat the latest in the morning that you can, and then stop eating before 6 p.m. So if you do that, you give yourself an easier fasting window. And then you do your 14-hour fast, or 12-hour, start with a 12-hour fast, work up to a 14, 16, 18, 20, and then you can do a 24-hour fast. Don't try to jump right away into a 24-hour fast or an 18-hour fast. It'll cause you to snack or fail. So work your way up into fasting. So intermediate fasting. Sometimes I'll drink coffee, black coffee, while I'm fasting. There's mixed reviews on if coffee messes up the fast. It seemed to do okay with me as long as it was black coffee. I'm not a big fan of black coffee, so I've pretty much stopped doing that now. And I just drink water, and I will also drink apple cider vinegar. I know that's another thing that's not carnivore, but like I said, I am not perfect, even though my shirt says I am. Like and subscribe. So I'll do that while I'm fasting, and I also drink apple cider vinegar before each meal, and then a couple hours before I go to sleep. So, but no more than 3 times a day. All right, so you don't get that indigestion and stuff. And you have to do it a couple hours before you go to sleep. So fasting is number 2. That's an easy one. There's plenty of videos out on fasting. Ben Azadi, I believe that's his name. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up. He's down in Miami. He talks about keto camp and the keto diet and things. So look, he's got great information on fasting. So that's number 2. Number 3 is movement. You need to get some movement in. And by movement, yes, I mean exercise. I started off doing, and back in September, I could only do about 12 minutes on the treadmill, walking. So I couldn't, it was too painful and too much walking after that. I gradually worked my way up, started doing 19 minutes, 20 minutes, a half an hour on the treadmill. And then I tried, the neighbor has an elliptical machine outside. I started using that. And then I did that for a half an hour, then 45 minutes. And then I did 45 minutes walking outside around here, this path that you see here. The driveway, basically. Now, it's a little painful for me at times, well, all the time, because of my fused ankle. I lost my lateral movement, so I have to. You see me looking down here on the grounds because I have to watch for root stumps and things like that, so I don't cause myself extra pain. But get out, get movement in, do some exercising. I started doing chair yoga and working with resistance bands. I still use resistance bands. And I do push-ups. I could only do knee push-ups. The GI in me wants to call them girly push-ups, but I'm working around that. They're knee push-ups. So I did those. I did a couple of evil Russian push-up programs, and grew about a little over an inch, inch and a quarter, inch and a half on my arms doing that. So you can do that. And then also the walking. But, it doesn't, look at me, I'm walking with a cane, and I have a limp. My back's all messed up, right? And I started off slowly. You can do 5 minutes, 10 minutes of walking, and then work your way up like I did. Now I'm doing 2 60-minute walks a day. Woohoo! I'm a happy camper. So movement, get those in. That's going to help shed poundage and also start building muscle mass. Then those are the 3 things that you need to do if you want to lose weight, and not counting all the health benefits of doing that. That's, well, I can't say you need to do, because you're different. I don't know you. Again, I have to qualify that. So these are the 3 things that I did. Now, a little bonus thing is, you might, in your journey, as you learn about this, you might hear a phrase called fat adapted. That's when your body no longer needs carbs, because everybody's going to tell you, if you go on carnivore and stuff and then you block out your carbs, what, and you're exercising, you need carbs for energy. Carbs, and oh, you need fiber in your diet. Fiber has no nutritional value, and it's my opinion, and it's been stated in other findings that there's no fiber. They say it helps clean you out. Well, I have no problem going to the bathroom and stuff, so I don't use fiber. I don't need that. And I don't need carbs for energy. That's the bad energy. So my carb intake, because I drink the protein thing, or I put in a couple of drops of organic half and half milk, because the other stuff has all that crap in it. That's, so I might have, what, less than 25 grams of carbs. Not even that. It's 1 gram per serving on the organic milk, and 1 gram per serving of my protein shake. So yeah, it's next to none. I don't really eat a lot of cheese, although I have found some pecorino goat cheese from a local guy here. He imports it from Italy. It has, and I eat that, so that will boost up my carbs a little bit, but they're good. I'm still under 25 grams a day. And that's got fatty 15 in it. So my bonus tip on that is how to find if you're fat adapted. When you're fat adapted, that tells your body that you're eating your stored energy, and that's your fat. It's burning that glucose. Because I got a little worried, because when I took my blood sugar in the morning, I'm not diabetic, my wife is, so sometimes I'll take it with her just to see. As always, after my fasting level is been at 89, 91, 86. So I thought that was high for fasting, not eating anything. So I got a little worried about that. I thought it might have been the mints I used for my dry throat, the sugar-free. I need to get away from those. But anyway, side note. So I thought I wasn't fat adapted. I bought the ketone strips that you pee on to measure your ketones when you're fasting. That was okay, but it's not very accurate. It just changes colors. So I got the Keto Mojo meter that measures both glucose and ketones. And I did that for the first time the other day, and I was at 8 ketones on a simple, I was 12 hours into my fast. So I am fat adapted. And once you're fat adapted, your body's going to be burning your fat, your body fat, and you no longer need carbs. It's not looking for carbs. Your mitochondria has made the flip to burning stored energy, and the energy that you might get from your food that you eat, like carnivore, when you eat it. So those are the 3 tips, with the bonus ones. Is the last tip being check your ketones. If you get the Keto Mojo or Mojo Keto thing meter, you can get them for, I think they're under $50 with the coupons if you look around. So you can get that, and check if you're in ketosis and you're producing ketones. There's other ways, like sometimes you can smell it on your breath. I can't do that. And then with the urine ones, I didn't find that very accurate. So I did that. All right. Just thought you do that. So 3 ways you guys can lose fat very quickly. How much the exact poundage is going to be up to the individual and the methods that you incorporate, and how soon you can get up to, up to level on that. All right. You guys have a blessed day. There's a button. I can't find the button. The button. Okay, there you go. Have a blessed day. Bye.